Good morning, children. In the last class we were dealing with the features of Indian Constitution. We had learned several features of Indian Constitution, like Indian Constitution is partly rigid and partly flexible. It is a written constitution. Then there are separation of powers. All these were topics which we had already dealt with. So today we will start from separation of powers. What do you mean by separation of power? That means we already learned there are different levels as well as different organs of government. Which are the different organs of government which you have studied? You have learned the different organs of government as legislature, executive and judiciary, and the different levels of government as the state government, central government and the local government. So whether you take into consideration the levels of government or the organs of government, there is a clear-cut separation of powers, or powers of all these organs as well as the levels of government are separated. Legislature means, it's a lawmaking body, or it constitutes the elected representatives of the people. Executive means it's a small group of people which implements law, and judiciary is the organ which is responsible for imparting justice to the people, or if any one of these people violate the laws, it is the responsibility of the judiciary to interfere. So whatever may be the organs of the government, their powers are being separated. All these are written and kept in the constitution in the form of list, L-I-S-T. The powers are separated and written and kept and mentioned in the form of list. And each organ of the government will be having an eye or a check on the other organs. So lists are divided into three. They are the union list, state list and the concurrent list. They are union list. In the union list is written and kept all the powers of the central government. In the state list, all the powers of the state governments are written and kept. The concurrent list consists of some powers which are taken from the central and the state government. Here, under the concurrent list, both the central and state government will be having power, but at times of emergency, the powers exercised by the central government will be existing. Now, there are certain, there is a last group which you call as the residuary subjects, where all the recent introduction falls. They are called as the residuary subjects. So it is under these three lists that there is a clear-cut separation of powers that is being given. So in the union list comes all the powers of the central government, and earlier 100 separate powers were given to the central government. Now it is reduced to 97. So now there are 97 subjects which come under the union list. For example, some priority is given here, or some subjects of priority like defense, army, railways, lotteries, all this come under the union list. Next is the state list, where originally it had 66 subjects, now it is reduced to 61. For example, police, health, agriculture, fisheries, all this come under state list. Now last is the concurrent list. Originally it had 47, now it is increased to 52. Then here criminal law, marriages, then laws related to divorce, then adoption, all this come under concurrent list. And now under residuary subjects come the recent introductions which come under internet, etc. So all these and the residuary subjects are under the control of the central government. So this is related to separation of powers. All this show that there is a clear-cut separation of powers between the different organs and the different levels of government. All these are written and kept in the Constitution of India. Now next is secular state. What do you mean by secularism? Secularism means there is no state, religion, all citizens enjoy equal rights irrespective of their caste or color or creed or sex or the languages they speak or the customs they follow. There is no any such discrimination, and any person is free to profess, practice or propagate any religion that he like. And here under secular state, each and every person is equal before law. He is equal before law and he enjoys equal rights whether he follow any faith or creed. That is related to secular state. There is no official religion. Now next is directive principles. There are lot of directive principles which are enshrined in the constitution, mainly mainly for giving welfare to the people. Its main motive is the attainment of welfare, and there are lots of fundamental duties also being given. This is mainly because as citizen of India, we are also having lots of duties to abide by. We are also responsible to have certain duties. So such duties you call as fundamental duties also. Then we have an independent judiciary. I already told what is a judiciary. Judiciary is a body which gives justice to all, isn't it? So if any person violate any law that is being put forward by the constitution, it is the responsibility of the judiciary to interfere. For this we have 3-level court. The apex one which you call as the Supreme Court, next comes the High Court, and the last one is the lower level courts. Lower level courts. Now, the next feature is related to fundamental rights, which we shall deal in the next class. Thank you.